Sometimes you only want to cook one thing, one hamburger, one hot dog, one piece of chicken, but you want that charcoal flavor and you don't want to light up the whole charcoal grill. What can you do? You can use your charcoal chimney to cook on. So here we have the standard charcoal chimney, the thing many of us use to get our charcoal going for our grills. Now, if you're going to be firing up the grill, you're going to be putting in 20, 30 briquettes at least to get the entire grill going and hot enough to cook a number of pieces of meat. But if you just want to cook one piece, a hamburger, a hot dog, a sausage, a piece of chicken, you can use the charcoal chimney for that by making some slight modifications and adding some simple items to it. To be able to use this to cook on, I'm going to add a simple cooking grate. Now you could just sit it there like that and it looks fine. There's a couple issues though. You have this little central bar and that makes this teeter-totter on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 small slots in the charcoal chimney with the Dremel tool so that this sits in there and it holds it securely, and that way it also won't slide back and forth. So I can see where this little bar is. What I'm going to do is make a mark right there. That'll show me where I need to put the slot with my Dremel. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Got my safety glasses on here. I'm going to go ahead and get cutting. Turn it around and get the other side. All right, let's see how this works. Right in there. No more teeter-tottering. Will not slide off. Only a slight amount of movement, which is fine. That's going to work great. There's another barbecue accessory that I'm going to modify so I can cook a little bit more on this charcoal chimney if I want to. Okay, so what I have here is a grill basket. It's one of those ones that I haven't used in a long time. You can tell by some of the rust. So I want to be able to clean this up and use this for cooking on the charcoal chimney. In order to make this stable, similar to the other cooking grate that I just used, I need to do some modifications to this. Very slight ones that'll allow it to sit there without having any chance of sliding around. Now it's not going to teeter-totter because it's got a flat bottom, but I do want to make sure it's secure on the charcoal chimney. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I have the grilling basket centered over the charcoal chimney, right where I want it. What I'm going to do is create some tabs so that it has more stability and less of a chance of sliding off if it gets bumped. Those tabs are going to be on the inside of the charcoal chimney to keep it from sliding out. And I really only need 2. And they're not even going to be snug. They're just there as sort of backup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on here where I'm going to make some cuts to create these tabs. So this is my first tab. I'm going to be making a cut here. So if you can see, I've basically released 3 sides of this little center portion. That's going to become the tab that's going to be bent back. So let's do that. First thing I need to do is get it started by pushing it down. There we go. Now we're going to flip this over. And there we have one of our tabs. We're going to make one on the other side now. Now we have both our tabs. There's no way this is going to slide off. You could add more tabs if you want to make it even more secure up here, down here, but I feel comfortable with just these 2. All I have to do now is sand this and clean this up and get the rust off. But that's not part of this because I'm not going to be cooking on this today. I'm going to be cooking on this. So you can see I've got maybe 10 or 11 briquettes down on the bottom of the charcoal chimney. And they're actually even, let me just move this a bit, you can see, they're mostly on one side of the chimney. because we're not going to need that much here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going. Okay, we're going to let these briquettes get going and bring you back when we're ready to cook. As you can see, I put a couple pieces of hickory on there. I love hickory smoke. These are just little pieces, and I'm hoping that this will impart some flavor in what I'm going to cook today. I'm going to be throwing some hot links on here, and I think the hickory will do nice with this. So just waiting for this to get up to temp. Our briquettes look like they're just about ready, so I'm going to go ahead and get the cooking grate on here. I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple hot links on here. Get these cooking. Keeping them to one side here because that's where I've got my coals mounted. If I wanted to do across the whole surface, I could add probably another 10 coals, have 20 in here max. But as it is, I think I can just cook these on the one side. That hickory, I can smell it. And I hope that imparts some flavor. It should at least do a little bit. Get a little flame from it too, which is nice. Let's see how hot this is. Yeah, that's hot. It's nice because you have all those briquettes concentrated in this column. And so the heat has nowhere to go but up. It's not spreading around to the side. It's going up, and there's air being drawn in the bottom through convection, and you've just got a really nice hot bed of charcoal in there now. These little turn here. Turn them around too. They're getting a little bit of fire on one side from that piece of hickory. Don't want to burn them. It's funny looking at this. I'm actually going to have to try something sometime. I'm going to see the next time I'm going to use my offset if I can put some charcoal in here and a piece of wood and light the wood at the same time as the charcoal to get things going. I don't know. I've never tried that before. Has anyone else out there tried that? Seems like it might work. These are coming along nicely. Just gave them a turn a second ago. I'm gonna give them another turn in a minute. Getting that nice flare up from the drippings. And again, we're doing this with about 10, 11, or 12 coals. I think it might be 11, but you know, it's not a lot of coals. And most of these are going to burn up completely in this. But if it cooked quick and you had coals left over and you want to smother them, you could just, like for me, I would dump them in my offset firebox because it's off and it's all sealed up. Put them in there in the charcoal basket and they would smother, and they'd have a little bit of use left for them the next time I'm going to use the offset. These are looking really good. I'm going to give them another turn. Oh yeah, they're definitely cooking. That is a hot little bit of coals there. Like I said, coming straight up that column of the charcoal chimney. All right, I'm going to call these done. Let's get these dressed up and ready to eat. And so I've got a couple buns here. If you can hear, there is a bird just going crazy a few feet away. Wonder if he likes hot links. Get a little mustard on these. Not a lot. I've said in many videos I don't like a lot of sauces, condiments, things like that. This is just a little bit of, you can see at Trader Joe's, spicy brown mustard. All right, I'm gonna give these a taste. So even though this wasn't really a taste test video, I've got to taste what I cooked, right? Let's see. I love a good hot link. Now, I don't really taste any hickory. There could be some in there, I'm not sure. Doesn't really need it actually, hot link with some good mustard. Cooked all the way through. I'm competing with a bird. Can you hear that? So it took about 12 minutes for the coals to get hot and maybe another 7 minutes to cook the hot links. Very, very hot on there in that column of heat in the charcoal chimney. Works really well. Well, the bird isn't going to shut up, but I still have to end this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. It sure does help. And if you're interested in any of the items I used in this video, I'll put links in the description down below. You can check them out there or in my Amazon store, which is also linked below. If you're a subscriber to my channel, thanks a lot. And if you're not, consider subscribing. And if you do, make sure you click that bell. That way you'll get notifications whenever I put out a new video. Thank you all for watching and for listening to this bird. I'll see you again soon. Bird, do you want a hot link? Can you hear this?